Hello everyone and welcome to our latest Whirlwind Heights Forecast Center update. We have severe weather to talk about, including tomorrow's severe weather that is going to strike Maine, where we could see a severe weather outbreak. I wouldn't even roll a small-scale tornado outbreak. We're also going to talk about more severe weather after that, and we're all going to talk about our temperatures and the Pacific Ocean, because I think we're about to see a new tropical storm develop. So without much more to talk about in this intro, let's roll the forecast. Which I'm going to start off with today's SPC outlook, which is just a double-barrel slight or marginal risk of severe weather. So generally our risk is low. That one marginal risk is for Helena, Great Falls, and generally for in Montana. The other is for South Carolina and Georgia. Our tornado risk is non-existent. There are 5% wind risk for both of these marginal risks. And then our hail. So it's literally just wind that we are seeing today. We may not even see severe weather at all today. That's how low it is. But tomorrow is not that low. We do have now officially an enhanced risk of severe weather, which is anticipated. And honestly, I thought this was what the tornado threat was going to be, with a 5% CIG1, like where we could see a small-scale tornado outbreak. I've seen these perform small-scale tornado outbreaks before. I'm sorry. These can definitely happen. Wind, we got a 30% CIG1 wind risk, which is driving our enhanced risk of severe weather. And then we have a 15% CIG1 hail risk. So everything has a CIG marking on it tomorrow. Now, our day 3 outlook, so that would be Wednesday, is just nothing in terms of severe weather as of right now. It could be upgraded in the future, but honestly, it doesn't look like there's going to be much on the day 3 outlook, and there's nothing after that. I swear there was really an outlook for the mid-Atlantic. So did that get taken out? Let me review this real quick. Yeah, they completely took it out, apparently. I don't know if this is a glitch or not, but they completely, it looks like that mid-Atlantic severe weather risk has been completely taken out. Alright, regardless, let's talk about our temperatures. And I'm gonna use our NAM here. Alright. And it looks like for now, temperatures across the Ohio Valley are actually pretty good. They're around normal, maybe a little bit above average. I'd say at the highest, we'd be around, 91, maybe 92 degrees Fahrenheit, but overall, it's not getting too hot there. But there is a heat wave happening right now in the northern plains. So that's kind of insane. Look at that. We're talking temperatures up to 105 degrees Fahrenheit. And it's pretty far north. This is when it's thickest. And we're talking temperatures up to 107, maybe even 108 degrees Fahrenheit. And this is going to actually shift to the south very fast. So this would be a fast-moving heat wave here. And it's almost as if it's literally shaped like a supercell. Obviously, it's not a supercell, but this heat wave is literally shaped like one, as you can see. But it looks like it's going to get pretty hot. Ohio Valley is having a cool down right now, but I don't think that's going to last for long. Or your humidity is also really high, so. Which in North Dakota, it's not too bad for that heat wave. But the humidity is just going to get worse. We're talking. I want to see what this is. yeah, we're talking around 97 degree, the percent humidity, possibly up to 98. So again, it's really high humidity that we're seeing here. All right. Now I want to discuss the tropical activity. Well, before I do that, I want to go over the excessive rainfall outlook, which for today is a massive slight risk all across throughout the entire Gulf Coast. Tomorrow is a moderate risk of excessive rainfall for Texas. If you live in southern Texas, why does it say Houston? What? Why does it say Houston twice? Okay, regardless. Del Rio and Rock Springs in Texas are going to be under that moderate risk of excessive rainfall, where we could easily see some flooding. And almost the exact same areas, guys. Exact same areas are under another moderate risk tomorrow. Like, it's actually insane. And actually, they're under a risk today. So, like, how long they're going to be experiencing flooding could be equivalent to, like, a high risk in one day. Like, Del Rio, Texas, you got to get ready. Rock Springs, you got to get ready. I think we're getting ready for a massive flooding event. Okay. And our day 5, marginal risk of excessive rainfall. All right. Now I want to go over our fire risk, which it's interesting. We got a elevated fire risk for Fort Collins in Denver, Colorado, and eastern Wyoming into South Dakota. Understandable. But look at this. We got fire risk up here in northern Minnesota. So we are very aware we could actually see a couple of fires spark up there. And the same areas that are dealing with fires today are going to deal with them tomorrow as well. Except not northern Minnesota, but this area. Except you're just going to add on a bit to it, stretching into Montana and into central Wyoming. I'm going to go now let's go over the tropical disturbances, which we got a massive risk of tropical development that is developing right now, including this, which is now officially a 50% chance of developing in the next 48 hours. I'm gonna start making dedicated videos to this right here. Okay, you gotta get ready. This is really trying to become a tropical storm, and if it does, I honestly think that it's gonna be in warm waters. I think it could be I wouldn't even rule out a hurricane here. And there is also a 60% chance of this developing in the next 7 days. Well, our tropical, let's stay on our tropical storms up here in the north. 50% in the next 48 hours. Next 7 days for the next week, 90% chance that this will develop. So it's more than likely that we'll see some kind of tropical disturbance develop here. Now let's go over here, where day 2, 0% chance of a tropical disturbance developing. So generally, it is a low risk. Day 7, though, is a 60%. So chances are we're likely going to see this develop into something, which I think it could very well develop into a tropical storm. But honestly, I think that one of these is going to be punched out because, or else we would have the Fujiwara effect easily with how close these are. Alright, anyways, let's go over some more because this is the lowest by far, which here in the Central Pacific, where we're 10% in the next 48 hours of this developing, 10% in the next week of developing, so generally very low risk of this developing right here. This are day 2, so 48 hours, we have a 10% chance of this developing, and in the next 7 days, there's a 30% chance of this developing. So generally, again, a low risk. Now let's go over here, where this is a bit concerning. This is why Hawaii is under a small craft advisory, because of the threat of tropical development here. This is over the next 2 days, 20%, so over the next 48 hours, there's a 20% chance of this developing. But day 7, so next week, 40% chance of this developing. So, yeah, that's your tropical storm outlook, and that will be your forecast for today. If you enjoyed today's forecast, just share this video. You don't have to, but I appreciate it, and we'll see you in the next one.